stunning admission from a woman who accused Duke University lacrosse players of raping her nearly 20 years ago. The story was a national firestorm. She now says she lied about the encounter. Crystal Mangum first made the claims back in 2006, saying 3 members of the school's lacrosse team raped her after she had been hired to dance at a house party the team was throwing. Police charged David Evans, Colin Finnerty, and Reed Seligman after Mangum's accusations. But after much back and forth and the city's DA stepping down from the case, North Carolina's Attorney General later dismissed the charges, citing a lack of evidence. But now, going on the record on a podcast nearly 20 years later, Crystal Mangum says she was lying the whole time.
I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't, and that was wrong. And I betrayed the trust of a lot of other people who believed in me. And made up a story that wasn't true because I wanted validation from people and not from God. And that was wrong when God already loved me for who I was, regardless. I didn't need to seek validation from him because I already had validation from him. I just didn't know it. And I hurt my brothers. And I hope that they can forgive me. And I want them to know that I love them. They didn't deserve that. And I hope they can forgive me. And that I hope that they can heal and trust God.
Get the fuck out of here with that. It's damn near 20 years too late for that. What's up, y'all, man? This your boy Mazzo Capone with the Do the Better You channel. Guys, I got a question. Where's the Me Too movement at? Because I think that they should have an equal responsibility to hold women accountable like this. Being that y'all want to hold men accountable and put men out there, y'all need to hold women accountable like this. Because this is like a slap in the face to women who actually been through this shit. And I'm pretty sure those guys' lives are ruined. Even though almost 20 years later, this shit has been proven not to be true. Those guys' lives, their lives are ruined. They can't get whatever they lost, they can't get that back. That's why I'm not on this old believe all women shit. I need to get to the evidence first.
And know that God loves them and that God is loving them through me, letting them know that they're valuable and that they didn't deserve that.
Joining me now is CNN's Gene Casares, who reported heavily on this case. Gene, give us a sense of how impactful and controversial these accusations and the result were at that time. I remember, you remember this story all too well. I mean, this was literally a firestorm of a story back in 2006. The entire country was watching it, and to hear this admission all these years later, it's just extraordinary.
And 3 young lives were destroyed at that time. You know, it was 2006. It was Durham, North Carolina. I was there. I was covering this. And Crystal Mangum made the accusation that she was raped by David Evans, Colin Finnerty, and Reed Seligman. And there were charges, very serious sexual assault charges that had terms of imprisonment for the rest of their lives. And in Durham, that's where it started, and everyone took Crystal Mangum's side because she came out with details, very specific, graphic details. And the young men said, we didn't do this. But Duke University did not stand by them either. They were just really silent, but because that she was telling the truth, they weren't. Then it went to a national level. And their names became household names. And they were taken into court on these very serious charges. And they were in college. They were at Duke University. Furthermore, the lacrosse team, their entire season was canceled. The coach was fired. So there were ramifications from it. Now, 1 year later, the Attorney General exonerated them of innocence. But there's so much more to the story. I was in the courtroom, and Mike Nifong, the district attorney of Durham, was charged with criminal contempt and then also for disbarment of his bar license. And it came out what the truth was.
Shit, this was a goddamn dominoes effect, man. This was a whole shitstorm. Guys, look what this woman caused just by one lie. Look, I mean, seriously, look at what one lie caused. It caused several people their jobs. These boys lost their future. Certain people lost their careers. I mean, look at what this woman caused. Look at all the damage this woman caused. Seriously. Me Too movement, where y'all at? Y'all should be the first ones on this. Yeah, I'm saying it because I'm not with all this old Me Too movement or believe all women shit, because these accusations, they hurt men forever, even when they're proven to not be true. Those guys, those young cats, those young boys, their lives are ruined forever. They've been dogged out ever since. What they could have been, what they would have been is gone. They can't get that back.
One of the defense teams had a young attorney, just got out of law school, and he would stay up at night reading the thousands of pages of DNA evidence. And he found something in one of those thousands of pages that confirmed that their DNA was not a part of DNA that they had collected from her. And that DNA evidence is actually one of the major factors that they were exonerated. And that came out during Mike Nifong's trial. He was convicted, by the way, the district attorney, who had stood by her and had done many interviews about how she was raped so viciously. And then they reclaimed their lives. But right there, I believe that's David Evans right there. He said that he, at the time, because he was in the courtroom during Mike Nifong's trial, he wanted to become an attorney because he wanted to help others who were wrongfully accused. And I don't know if that happened, but that is what he wanted at that time. But they'll always be the three Duke lacrosse players, right?
Yeah.
If you say the name
that's right.
Colin Finnerty, especially if you live in Duke, in Durham, you're going to know who that is.
And Gene, that school's lacrosse program was just smeared. I mean, and I'm sure suffered, and the school just suffered major reputational damage after that. Is there anything that could come as in part of the fallout of this? I mean, could there be some sort of lawsuit? I mean, I suppose there might not be much to sue for here. It doesn't sound like Crystal has a whole lot of assets on her.
Well, she's in prison.
Yeah,
she's in prison right now for murder. And so that's true. There were several lawsuits at the time.
The bitch in prison now, where she supposed to be at. Guys, not God, and you know, and she hope God heals them. Man, look, get the fuck out of here with that. You can't give those guys back what they lost. All the preaching and all the praying for God and God got you. That's not going to return what those guys lost. Once again, that's why I'm not on this old believe all women shit, man. Those three young kids, their lives are ruined forever, and they can't get what they lost back. This stuff has a devastating impact on men. I make no bones about it. I'm a men's advocate. This is a men's channel over here. This is men's content. Like it or not. Guys, this was a short one. This your boy Master Capone. This the Do the Better You channel. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.